Hi guys, it is Astro Hippie here, and as you can tell from the title of this video, it isn't my normal jokey makeup tutorial or review. This is something important to me and kind of a life update, and this video is kind of acting as therapy for me because I have gotten into really enjoying making YouTube videos, and after putting it off for so long and so many years. So this is kind of therapy for me, and hopefully if this can touch or resonate with anybody out there who has gone through something or who is going through something, hopefully this helps you. So I've been off of YouTube, I've been off of social media for a while now, and I guess I can just start from the beginning. In April of this year, we got the phone call that my paternal grandmother had passed away. A couple of days later, one of my younger cousins passed away unexpectedly and resulted in a double funeral. The day before we were supposed to leave to go to this funeral, my maternal grandmother had a stroke. And I remember just feeling like, what's happening? And I prayed to the universe, to God. I asked my ancestors, please don't take my grandmother. You know, I just had one taken away from me, so please don't take my grandmother. So she had seemed to be doing better, getting better. She was remembering us. She was just kind of having trouble walking, so, you know, we did what people do, and she ended up going to a rehab for 20 plus days, and she came home with us. I thought, yes, like, everything's good, you know, everything is progressing in the right way. And then here we are, 3 months later, after burying my paternal grandmother, I had to bury my maternal grandmother. Sorry guys. And I was devastated, my family was devastated, and I had taken time away from social media, I had taken time away from YouTube to kind of grieve, and it is still super fresh. I'm still grieving, I'm still sad, we're still sad, and my maternal grandmother, I live in the same state as her, so I saw her almost every day, and this was just something super unexpected. And I felt like it happened so quickly. So those of you who deal with like any kind of anxiety or depression or any kind of mental illness, you know how super traumatic events can take a toll on you. I mean, people who don't experience any of these mental health issues can feel how much a traumatic experience takes a toll on them. So I hopped off of social media. I've just really gotten back on it, and it's not even on like my main Instagram where I have like the most followers and the most interaction. Like, I do have an Instagram that you guys see in the link all the time for this beauty channel, and I've kind of segued on there, but not a lot. And then I've kind of gotten back on Twitter and, you know, just kind of seeing what was happening in the world, because weeks before, when I thought, I was like, okay, maybe I'm ready to be back on social media, and I couldn't. I didn't even see anything in particular that triggered me, but I was just upset, and I was like, I couldn't do it. Like, I didn't feel like I was missing anything from it. So I'm still kind of taking a break, and I'm not here super made up or anything. Like, I still have on my pajamas because I had to force myself out of bed to make this video, because this was gonna be, I felt like, the best way for me to segue back into putting out more content, putting out regularly scheduled content, and this is just therapeutic. I spend a lot of time sleeping, and if I'm not at work, you know, watching YouTube, or, you know, that was like the one thing that I did that did not trigger me in a way that had a negative impact on my emotions. So with all that being said, I had to like really kick myself in the butt and be like, hey, make this video. Like, I almost was like, well, you know, I'm gonna get on camera, so I should, make myself up, put on clothes, and I was like, I couldn't do it. Like, I had to just force myself to get up and just film this video, because if I waited around to do makeup, if I waited around I wasn't gonna do it. Like, the more I thought about it, like, I wasn't gonna do it. And makeup makes me happy, but I just could not, like, I just can't bring myself at the moment to have the energy and the effort to put forth into it. And that's what happens when you're grieving. And I like to say to anybody who is grieving right now, you have to just force yourself to do things when you normally just want to sleep. You just want to lay in bed, you want to cry, you want to do everything but the things that make you happy. Like, you don't have the energy for them. So I'm telling you now, force yourself to do it. Force yourself out of bed and do the things you love. That is the only way you are going to keep yourself from living in grief for the rest of your life. And I want to say this, there is no right or wrong way to grieve, unless, disclaimer, unless you grieving leads to self-harm or harm towards others. Those are the only two stipulations in my eye and in my opinion. And mental health is so important to me. I've been such a big advocate for it. I went to school for psychology. I've worked in mental health hospitals. That is my career path, other than, me taking a break right now. And the reason why I've taken a break from working in mental health was for my mental health. It was just a lot. It was very emotional and it was very draining. But I believe so heavily that we need to take our mental health seriously if nobody else does. I feel like, do your makeup if that's what you love. Sing a song, write a song, do poetry, go play laser tag, do the stuff that you love and that you enjoy in order to get yourself out of living in like a perpetual state of grief. I want to come back to YouTube, and there's videos lined up. There is packages all over my house that I haven't touched because I literally just put my life on hold. Like, I just pressed pause and was like, I'll get to it when I need to get to it, which I felt like was best for me. Some people don't grieve that way. Some people grieve and they're like, let me get straight back to work. Like, I gotta keep distracted. I gotta keep moving. And I'm totally for distractions up into an extent. Because if you're distracting yourself to the point, so much so to the point where you don't allow yourself to feel anything, you don't allow yourself to grieve, that grief comes out in different ways like that. Like, people get angry. People get standoffish. People tend to close doors and close themselves off from friends, from family. And I wanted to do that, but my family wouldn't allow me to do that, which I appreciated. Like, we spend so much time together. If any of you've seen my vlog that I posted last, that was at my grandmother's house. Like I said, my aunt is my best friend, so I could, like, my family wasn't gonna let me just rot away. So my thing is, if you need someone to talk to, if you need help, if you need any kind of outlet, if you can't talk, like, go to your parents, talk to a trusted official, a school counselor. It's like, if you're in college especially, there are tons of, I know there's like health services and social work services for you all. So do that. Like, speak to a friend. We live in 2019, so any help that you can't physically find, if you don't feel like there's anybody in your life physically that you feel like you can talk to, there are groups on Facebook, there are groups on various other social media accounts. And be wary though of these kind of situations, because you don't want to segue yourself into one of those groups that are purposefully to keep people sad, like where people go to kind of stay in their sadness, where people tend to go and make irrational decisions as far as self-harm and stuff like that. Stay away from those kind of groups. But we live in 2019. I'm sure a lot of your friends are via social media, like mine. Like, a lot of my friends are on social media, and I had such an outpouring of love and understanding from everyone, and people reached out to me through there, and I appreciate that. And I'm so thankful that these people are in my life and they reached out to me. Like, I needed that. And if you use my comment section, like if you guys need to help each other, speak to each other kindly, treat each other nicely, and you never know, you could be helping someone, you could be saving a life, you could be pushing someone out of their depression, out of their anxiety, and help them to live their lives again, to feel like themselves again. And then also, I'm gonna place a me scrolling on the screen. Like I said, we live in 2019. There are apps. I've seen advertisements for BetterHelp that has like counseling and stuff on there. Calm is one of the apps that I use, and of course, these apps require some sort of payment to an extent, which is nothing compared to if you can't afford going to see a therapist, or if you don't have insurance to go see a psychologist or a psychiatrist or anything of that sort. Use these apps. Like Calm has the ability to, when you go in there, you click why are you here, like for stress, for better sleep, for anxiety, for self-esteem. There's different ones, and it'll help you sleep. Like, I'm an insomniac anyway, and so when I'm going through traumatic events, I tend to be a super, like I call it a super insomniac. Like, I knew I wanted to try to get up and film this video because my schedule was so tight today, but I still didn't go to sleep till almost 6 o'clock this morning. That's the way I've always kind of been wired, and the way my mind has always kind of worked. So reach out to people if you need to. Like even your strong friends, like there's always those friends that are like, they're always the ones giving advice, and that's typically me. Reach out to them, because sometimes people are not going to be forthcoming with the way they feel, because maybe they feel like everybody goes through stuff, maybe me going through whatever I'm going through isn't important enough for me to reach out to someone. So reach out to people that you haven't spoken to in a minute, the one that you normally call the strong friend, the laughing giddy friend, after they've gone through some things. Just talk to your friends, talk to people in your community, and you could be that saving grace for someone. Like I said, do things that you love to help get you out of that grieving state. Paint. Like, I even have like canvases and paint, so I can paint, and I'm not like physically artistic in that sense at all, but I did it because it made me happy. Like, I got it, and I was like, ooh, this is fun. I don't plan on winning any art shows or anything with any of my art, but I felt like it was therapeutic for me. Just like making this video was therapeutic for me, talking to someone openly the way I am, and hoping that maybe I can help someone out there feeling the same things I'm feeling, or feeling the same things, stuff that has gone on in your life that has hurt you to the point where you don't feel like yourselves. And grieving doesn't always have to take place after like a physical loss. Like, grieving can happen over a metaphysical loss. You can feel like, oh, you took a new job and you don't feel the way you used to, or you didn't take a new job and you felt like maybe you missed out on opportunity. And we grieve those losses. We grieve when things don't shift the way we feel like they need to, or when things shift in a way that was unexpectedly. And that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Like, you don't have to lose a loved one just to feel grief. So if you guys need to speak, like I said, use my comments like free therapy. Talk to each other. Let's talk to each other. Let's help each other heal. And I'm sorry this video isn't like the greatest quality. Like I said, I had to force myself out of bed to make this video. Like, if I did not, this video would not have been made. And if you hear any like noise and anything in the background, this is a live house. So, people live here, people are living their lives. I don't have a studio set up. I do apologize for, any extra noises or anything you may hear, but people are just living, and I'm just living, and I'm just trying my best to get back to normal. With all that being said, reach out to me, reach out to your loved ones, reach out to counselors, reach out to people and let them know, like, hey, I'm not doing okay. Or if you're fine, reach out to those people that you might think like, man, I don't know, let me see how they're doing. Because you can be that driving force to heal people. You can be that driving force to allow them to really take some self-care and love themselves again and get back to their normal selves, get back to being happy. And that's my goal. That's my plan. I have a really strong family support system. I have a wonderful, amazing, loving boyfriend who has been there through all of this and has really been that shoulder. He has been really that kicking my butt, like, hey, are you filming today? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? We can do this. Let's get you some new equipment. Like, that's him, and I'm so appreciative of it. So love on each other, be kind to each other. I don't know how else to say it. Like I said, reach out, contact me in my comments or on my Instagram or on my Twitter, DM me. Like, I enjoy speaking to people. So if you feel like there's no one to talk to me. I'll try my best to get back to any and everybody that reaches out to me. And I'm just ready to live my life again. I'm ready to get back into makeup. So scheduled, I have Lion King, which would have been out way sooner if, life didn't happen. I have my Lion King makeup tutorial I'm doing. I have my e.l.f. Jelly Pop review coming. I just want to be back to normal. So me trying to create schedules and organizing my life, which is something I normally don't do, that is my way of kind of getting back to normal. So with all that being said, thank you so much, guys, for sticking around, for listening. Even if you just wanted to know where the heck I was or what was happening with me, here's this video for you. And I want to thank you so much for subscribing, because I've even saw that, like, I've gotten subscribers even without me posting anything, for subscribing, for following me, for supporting me. And be good, be kind, and I'll be back with the regularly scheduled videos soon enough. Thank you so much again, guys. Peace.